What's up, homies? You got the point of view of like an ant right now looking up at me giving you this tutorial. So my ants, here's how you do honestly my favorite stretch in all of existence. I mean, there's a lot of good ones out there and you should use all of it, but if there's any one stretch I could give you to improve your overall flexibility, I would say the bridge stretch. And so before I talk about it, I just want to show you what it is basically, then I'll tell you why it's cool, and then I'll tell you how to do it. That's just the order of which I like to do things. I like to spend a lot of time bragging about the awesomeness of the moves that I show you, so that you're inclined to learn it and hear about how to do it. So for starts, this is a gymnastics stretch. At least that's to my knowledge of where it came from, but anybody can use it. Here it comes. So as you can see, this is quite a stretchy stretch. It feels great to do, honestly, and seeing my progress in this stretch has actually made me very happy, and it's an advantage that I think can go very far for you. So on to my bragging. Oh, this move is awesome because well, it stretches out. It also not only is a stretch but a little bit of an exercise. Now for me it's not really too much of an exercise, but you'd be actually surprised how many people have trouble pushing up into their bridge when they first try this. Blew my mind to see it. I just thought everyone could do that at least, but if you can't, don't be discouraged. Just keep trying it, you'll get it. So it works your legs and your shoulders to hold yourself up, but it stretches all the open muscles in your body. Well, what I mean is, I'm pretty sure you guys can see me because the GoPro is amazing. But let's I'm gonna get into the gymnastics perspective of this. I'm not a gymnast, but I got some knowledge. So like when you're holding onto a bar, there's two positions. There's a hollow and a C, right? A hollow position and the C position. These two things switch into one another to give you power. When you're swinging on a bar, you go back, or if you're just trying to generate force, you would go swing into hollow and then try to generate some swing. So it's a similar position to that. It stretches all the front bend muscles. So all of your abs and torso gets really nicely worked by this, as well as your hip flexors up top, and just all the connecting long muscles, really. It's a wonderful thing, this stretch. But most of all, really, the reason I love this is because it stretches out your spine. Now, you should work your spine in every single direction to make sure you have full mobility, and I have a full video on this. It'll be in the same playlist as this video, the Spinal Mobility Manifesto, that's what it's called, I believe. But even if you're not going to watch that video, at least from watching this, you'll be able to get one direction of mobility, which is this reverse banana position. The reason I love spine stretches so much is because as humans in society, we spend a lot of time in chairs, and I think a lot of that has damaged our posture and just overall back health over time. So I feel every time I do the bridge stretch, it helps me undo some of the damage that I do by sitting down. And I make sure to do the stretch 2 times a day, once in the morning or afternoon and once at night. And I've been doing it every day for probably at least 2 to 3 weeks now, but I also have done it in the past, just not as frequently. I'm being very rigid about making sure to include this stretch because it's so damn good. Now, how do you do it? Well, I've spent a good amount of time bragging about it, so now I just want to get into the technique of it. Teach you, it's mostly about like how to improve it, because there isn't really too much to say about how to do it. It's not really an advanced move in any way. You just sit down here, you lay back. I'm sure you guys can see me, so I'll just keep going. And then your arms here, you just have your palms facing up. They'll go directly back and stick like this. And then from there, you just get a strong base with your legs and arms, and try to see if you can get your body to be like this levitated bridge in between. Like a wooden platform held up by ropes or something, right? And then once you can hold that, then push it all the way up, and then you start bending your spine the other way. That's the real goal for the bridge. Work towards that. Now, I mean, that's literally it for technique. So now here's how you want to think of trying to improve your stretch. If you're trying to get more stretch out of it, here's what you want to do. One, think about bending your spine, but like pointing up to the sky with your midsection in a sense. You're really pushing it straight up so you can get as high as you can. Point number two is to work on moving your arms and legs closer together. That's also telling of a good bridge. It's the spine mobility check, really. How far backwards you can bend. You want to get your arms and legs as close as you are able, and the goal is to work them to get closer. So that being said, this is a strength and a practice type thing. You want to work into having straight arms and straight legs. I can get straight arms when I do this, but I'm not sure if I have the straight legs part down just yet. So there's still room for me to improve. And the last thing really I have to say about the bridge is you want to be moving your shoulders to be over your head, if that makes sense. I think I'll be able to talk during this, but it might be hard. I'll give her a go. You don't want to be out in a bridge like this. You want to try to get your head in line with your shoulders. And like I said, walk it closer together. Try to straighten out, but your body is moving over your shoulders in a sense. And once you've done your bridge, you're going to want to compress your spine in the reverse way as well. So what I recommend is you just completely sit up and arch forward like this. Maybe grab your heels, pull it through. Try to get that reverse stretch, you know. You don't want to have just the pull strength. You need to get the counter, the push-pull. Now, I should have said this at the beginning, but I'll say it now. When you're first starting out, doing a lot of hand balancing is pretty stressful for your wrists. I promise it'll get better over time. Make sure you keep warming them up. Push them in both directions, all directions. Practice handstands, cartwheels, frog stands, and the bridge. And your wrist strength will get better and better, such that it doesn't ache so much when you try to do these kind of things. I lied. There is one more thing I'd like to say about the bridge. Once you get more, you should practice just the bridge for a good long time till you got it really, really, really comfortable. And here's how you can take it to the next level. Is by adding a little bit of rotation. Also, once you get very good at it, try walking a bridge too. I did that in my last video for the first time ever. It's called How Animals Move Walking. And in that I tried with walking a bridge for the first time, and it's actually a lot of fun. But once you get into the bridge, try just moving your spine around. Get your hips engaged in that as well. See the different ways you can work through it. And just push in different directions. Try to get a wholesome stretch out of it. I'll just show you kind of what I mean here. Alright, well that's now transcending just the bridge. That's just going into more like freestyle movement type thing. So I will actually curb myself there. But there's one last thing I want to show you here. The goal, I think, for you is first just keep doing bridges for a while, get better at it. But to go from a push-up position and roll into a bridge and then roll the other way and then be able to go backwards. That's the ultimate goal, because if you do the kinds of things I do, mostly like tricking, like flips, parkour, that kind of mobility will be super, super helpful. But you know, all in all, just general fitness or abilities, that will be helpful as well. So basically, just get into a push-up position, and you're gonna turn one of your hands over into the back behind your head position, and you're gonna spin over into it. Turn over after you've gotten a stretch, and then go the other way. I'll do it a bit quick here, just to show you what I mean. Oh, I rushed it too much, but I believe you understand what I mean. Alright, so this is just one of my favorite stretches that I do every single day, and I figure if there's something I'm doing every single day, you guys should know about it. This is a fundamental stretch for many practices, and it's very good for you, so I recommend you include it in your everyday routine. Just wanted to make sure I shared something that could help you in some way today, so we can all wake up to a better tomorrow. Keep at it, people. Stay tuned. Thank you for supporting me in all I do. Eat cheese.